Ah! Hi. Sorry, I'm a little late. My camera capture decided it was going to just, you know, die on me. So I'm using a different program for the moment, which is why I have no hats, but that's okay. We're gonna just deal with it. Anyway, we're playing against the Storm, as I usually do on Sundays, because it's a fun game and I like it a lot. And that's that. As you might notice by the giant orange exclamation mark in front of us, I have a quest. Win the game before year 8 after completing trade routes worth 150 amber in total. And if I do that, I get to start with some extra parts for the remainder of this cycle, which is very, very, very helpful. The hardest part of the game is the early game, and so starting with early resources is a big deal. I'm going with this middle caravan. Not a lot of food, but a lot of people. I'm finding that more people at the very beginning is very helpful, and then it's just like, oh god, I don't need this many people, sort of thing. Also, a little bit hostility dependent. But anyway, a little worried about keeping the harpies around, so I'm gonna take off with some extra cloth so that I make sure I get some good houses up for them as fast as possible. We're also going to take a bunch of packets of provisions so that we can get some early trading done because we need to trade quite a bit. 150 amber before year 8. Not impossible, most certainly, but also not like super easy either. So that's why I've turned the difficulty down a fair whack. I just want to make sure I complete it because it'd be easy if I could just it would be a lot easier if there was no time limit, but like completing a game before year 8 is tough without prestige modifiers, at least for me. Maybe I'm bad, but I tend to be very slow with the game. Anywho, let's see what we got today. Da, 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 da. Blight rot cysts grow slower during drizzle. Okay. Water vanishes. Blight rot cysts take longer. What's this? Ooh, one of the new forest mysteries. The wind and rain for this region seem more destructive than usual. Pay 5 oil with each storm. If you don't, 2 random resource nodes will be destroyed. What? What? Yikes. That's... Yikes. That's very yikes. Wow, alright. Hunger storm. Uh, people will sometimes... If people do not have enough food, they will gain 2 stacks of the hunger effect. Which means foxes, if they miss 1 meal, will be in danger of starving. But we don't have foxes yet, so hopefully we solve that. And yeah, haven't had the game basically just demand I get oil ever. So I guess that's something we'll need to focus on. So let's see our first couple of blueprints. The ranch is really good. It's basically, if you have anything to feed them, you can turn meat into oil. So I'm probably gonna just click on that. There's something to be said about the cooperage here too. Uh, the barrels will come in handy, and the trees drop metal, and the coats will also come in very handy. But I guess I'll click on ranch for right now. These are not great starting items whatsoever. I forget if you can turn reeds into oil. I think it's just plant fiber, wheat, and meat. But I mean, I guess I can just, check. So yeah, oil. What's this new button, huh? Sort. This is where you change from product to ingredient. Cool. Yeah. But yeah, product. You can also turn vegetables into it. Okay. Forgot the veggies. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, reeds cannot be turned into oils. That makes the clay pit a lot less enticing. Although none of these are honestly very enticing. Maybe the alchemist hut? Maybe. Tea and wine will be useful for the harpies and beavers, and the crystallized dew are just, like, it's metal. Even though the trees drop the dew, doesn't mean I don't want them. Kiln makes the hearth way more efficient. There's also basic bricks and jerky. I did not get, like, any basic building materials out of this, which is real bad. Leatherworker's pretty good if I'm gonna go with meat and oil here. You can make very cheap containers, which can be helpful for a lot of things. Plus, this gets me some better fabric production than bad fabric production, so that seems like good enough. Really was hoping for like the workshop or something, but alas, no such luck. In fact, very poor luck. That was not a great it's not a great amount of blueprints I got from that. But, you know, not much I can do about it apart from, you know, complain. Which, you know, I'm doing right now, so I've done all I can when you don't think about it. Probably want to cut that section out pretty soon, just for space purposes. Anyway, I think we can unpause and get people going. As usual, my orders and cornerstone are going to dictate quite a bit of my early game. Let's get the beavers in the wood cutting locations. May as well just put 2 harpies in there while I don't have a lot to do. We'll just do our usual start here. Waiting for the cornerstone. Hello. Okay. Interesting stuff here. I'm, like, almost certain Titan Belt is the correct choice here because I need to get 150 amber worth of goods sold, and this basically negates the need for packs of provisions for, like, a good portion of the routes. So I may as well. Alright, orders are here. Let's see if there's any pop into Glade orders. Here's a pop into Glade order. Ooh, and it gives me very good brick production too. I mean, I have to. Cut through 4 glades very quickly. Easily doable, though I do need to make sure I focus on it. And hopefully I don't have to pop into a dangerous one. Yeah, it's kind of looking like I might have to, unfortunately. That's luck for you. Alright, we'll pop into these 2, see if anything jumps out at me. And I really don't have to focus on that apart from where I put my woodcutters when I tell them to cut, so I can just, you know, pick another one without too much worry. Rain protection completes itself, so that sounds good to me. And then we have Lost in the Wilds, open glades, salvage a ruin. The ruin is a little bit RNG, but we're popping glades anyway, and the +1 to clays and brick and clay and stone production is excellent. That basically doubles the yields from all your stone deposits, which is quite handy. So I'm pretty happy to take that. So that's our orders. All sorted. Now, basically just have to, you know, pop into these glades and hope we get it in time. Alright, the workstation is up. I'm not going to allow them to make fabric here because it is very inefficient. Gosh, I really want this place cut out for the leather worker because here makes it very slightly off-center and that annoys me. And no other reason. Not efficiency, no nothing. Just, I want nice aesthetics. Alright, what we got? Herb node, a reed field. Stormwater is interesting. Some coal ain't bad either. This is a pretty short trip for the woodcutters, so I will tell them to pop into this small glade. Relatively harmless. Relatively. I will call that good enough for the moment. Slowing down time just a touch so that, you know, I swap the woodcutters where they need to be faster. Some fertile ground. That's always nice to see. I didn't start with any fertile ground building this game because I needed to get houses and stuff prepped. Speaking of which, I should be using all of this excess cloth to start making some houses for the harpies. They are the most likely to leave. Now we're kind of just left with nothing but dangerous glades around us, huh? I still need to pop into 2 more. This one will be, you know, number 2, and I guess I need to decide what dangerous glade I'm going to chop into. I guess this one? I guess. It's, I've got enough space to expand the hearth up here, but I will want this area around the warehouse chopped relatively soon, so I'm gonna get both woodcutters working on that once this glade is popped, and we good. We also found a steampunk drill with a bunch of copper ore, potentially. Probably best if I just disassemble that for parts and tools, but no need to make that choice right now. So I want to get some paths going here. Chop the tree down, please. Please. We have hit clearance. Ooh, we found an obelisk too. That's cool. I like that. We'll just put this woodcutter here, and they'll, it might be a little weird, with them blocking each other like this, but, like, you know, characters will just go through objects to avoid, buildings. They'll just basically go between them, so this is fine if it might, like, end up doing some weird stuff if I'm not careful. None of these count as ruins. They're glade events, which could be useful for a later order. Would love to cleanse this obelisk soon-ish. These red trees, the Crimson Reach trees, have a pretty high chance of dropping incense, which we can use here, so it would be very helpful if I focused on getting red trees while we're chopping. You know, once we get the timed order done. Speaking of which, rain protection has completed itself. Lovely. Let's get a new blueprint. Interesting choices, at least. Smart play is the small farm, for sure. We have a ranch, so we can turn our 2-star grain into meat, which people can eat. Which is just good. It's good and efficient. That's wheat also can turn into oil very well. So there's like many reasons why I want to go with the farm there. So I haven't found a way to actually make oil, but you know, I'm sure we'll get there. Probably, maybe, if we're lucky. You're busy with the planks. Got one person on building. Probably smart to make at least one overflow housing. And distant journey is completed. Fantastic. 5 stone per minute, a bunch of metal, and a brickyard blueprint. All extraordinarily helpful. Let's turn off brick production in here then. I don't know why they made the sound of taking out items from a workplace so squishy. I don't think I approve. But I'm not a game designer, I'm just a random VTuber. Anyway, now that that's all done with, I'm gonna clear this out and check out the glade. No ruin, sadly, but we did find a Blightrot Cauldron, which is the danger. As long as you're producing food, Blightrot Cysts are spawned, or I can cleanse it for some reputation. It's certainly not crazy to just use some of the metal I got to cleanse it. 20 amber is quite a bit, and the reputation point will mean more stuff I can buy, so that's not crazy. Tearing it down, also not crazy. The fertilizer is like vaguely helpful. And I wouldn't mind a bit of food and pottery, but let's make that choice after a second here. The furnace could have been a lot more welcome than it would be right now. There's no native copper anywhere on this map. This is like crystallized dew the map. So getting copper production, not great. I already have 3-star bricks. The pie is nice, but only the harpies like it. This is a reroll. I need something better. Okay, we got something better, to be fair. There's a lot to say about the clothier and the smokehouse. Probably just the clothier here. Both of our people need coats right now, so getting the best coat production building in the game seems like a choice that can't possibly be wrong. So let's do that. Clear out space for it. Basically, just really needs space right now. Now I have to actually think about this. Nice part about the Blightrot Cauldron is it just makes Blightrot Cysts grow faster when you're using rain engines, and this early in the game, I'm not. So I can just let this sit basically forever until I'm ready to deal with it. So my only real question is, how do I want to deal with it? I mean, like, planting is never a big deal. It's harvesting that is the biggest deal when you're doing any type of farming whatsoever. Planting basically always gets done at max efficiency, while harvesting does not, because they are interrupted quite a bit by having to by the farm filling up and then having to deliver all their stuff to the warehouse. That can be solved with the new haulers, though. You can assign someone to the main warehouse and they'll haul stuff to and from places, and I think that includes dragging food from the farm production buildings to the warehouse. At least I hope it does. So that can help out with harvesting a great deal, which is really good if it works that way, which I'm have to reiterate, still not totally sure, but I don't see why it wouldn't work that way. So, like, it's not a big deal to get this perk, like, at all. Because, like, you can plant it faster, but, like, you probably won't be able to harvest it all in time anyway, so, like, you know, planting speed's great if you also have good harvesting speed, which we don't. So I'm probably just going to, when I make enough space, get a blight post down. We'll trade some of this metal and some purging fire in for a reputation point. And some money. That sounds good to me. We can also drop down the trading post quickly too, because we do have to get that going relatively quickly. I like to put it far away from the warehouse and hearth because it doesn't need, doesn't need road access. It doesn't need access to absolutely anything. It could just be out in the distance somewhere because you don't drag goods to and from it. It's just the traders will very nicely take all the stuff you buy from them and put it in your warehouse for free, so we don't have to worry about any hauling stuff, so I just basically put it somewhere where I don't really plan on building much. He said, over-explaining himself. Get used to it. Ugh. Also get used to my being nasal and having a bit of a runny nose. Anywho, I think we can speed things up here. Do have to think about this. I don't know what our one builder is doing right now. Oh yeah, working on the farms. I should make the big shelter a priority. We have the planks for it. And getting everybody with a roof over their heads helps a great deal with resolve through the storm. As do these decorative benches. So yeah, shelter first, then the benches. And we should be good for the storm in that case, as long as it all gets built, which it definitely won't, because one builder is definitely not enough to build all this in time, but should be built around enough time. Anyway, I'm also going to put down some beaver houses up here. I wanted to spend my tiny amount of planks on the big shelter first and foremost, so you know, we would get people with a roof over their heads before the storm hit. Alright, this is starting to clear out nicely, so we can start putting down useful buildings in this space. The leather worker, drop the clothier here. I really don't have use for the alchemist hut quite yet. I do, however, want the brickyard for sure. And I do need to get a blight post down relatively soon. I guess it'll be here at some point. Yeah, kind of looks like it'll just be there. Actually, the thin buildings would actually slot in really nicely over here. Maybe I want to do that. You can put the clothier next to the harpy houses. That just looks aesthetically pleasing to me, and therefore it is objectively correct. Alright, the storm is hit. Level 2 hostility's pretty high, so I wouldn't be surprised if I have to cut quite a few woodcutters to keep people around, but we'll see. Harpy resolve is low. This will actually fix itself once the benches get done, and they should get done relatively soon, so I think we're actually good with full wood cutting during the storm, which is a rare treat. And this should upgrade the hearth. It does, and everyone gets +2 to resolve. Excellent. This needs chopping. I need a lot of space. And I don't have a lot of it to go around right now. Also need more people. And speak of the devil, they have come. Hello. Okay, so we're getting lizards this game. Not bad. They can collect these bugs very efficiently, which I will be happy to assign them to do. And I think that'll be the people I bring in. They might be a little persnickety when they get here, but if I put one of them on the hearth, they should be quite thrilled with life. Well, they're thrilled enough with life that I don't have to worry about them. Blight post here? Almost. Just need to kill that tree in particular. Also, I think there's room for the ranch now, so let's put that there. Excellent. We have 20 planks? Really? How? Just the builder not delivering planks to the right places yet, I guess. Well, that'll change pretty quick, but for the moment, let's bump your limit to 30 and get you back to work. very minorly worried about the lizards. I don't think they'll leave before the storm ends. They're very slow to lose resolve, especially with one of them being homeless. That's never it's never very good for resolve. But it's probably fine, and if it's not fine, I'll just cut some woodcutters before the storm ends, and we'll call that good enough. 30 seconds? Probably fine? Probably? Yeah, we're good. Alright. Trader is here, and the new year. This is a pretty good time for Back to Nature. As good a time as it gets, I guess. Yeah, doubling fertile ground will make the small farm super duper hyper efficient, and relatively soon the lizards will make this trapper's camp, and we will start getting food income again, which will be good. Trading can start already, which is cool. I am at the point where selling extra parts is fine. Do I have my leatherworker built yet? No, and I haven't even allocated the fabric to it yet. It's probably best not to sell that stuff then. Yeah. I don't want to sell too much to traders this game, because the amber thing we're trying to hit can only come from trade routes. So ideally, I only get my amber from trade routes. Ideally. Speaking of which, this is a very good price. I think I'm actually just fine sending 5 of these off for an absolute truckload of it. Seems good to me. I think we're established enough that popping open these orders is fine. Rain engines, coal, and building materials. This is all going to take time to do. Important delivery gives wildfire essence, which is quite precious, so we'll pick that. Beaver population. Ooh. Oh, the lumber mill would be exquisite. Granted, we need 12 beavers, but getting 12 packs of luxury goods will take a long time too, so I may as well click that. They're both, unfortunately, rather long-term goals, it seems, but we'll just suck it up. How are we doing on incense lately? We have 3. Alright, well, you know, probably not going to do that for a while. That's fine. But yeah, I will have to focus on getting more beavers, which I kind of want anyway, because they're really good at wood chopping, and on any forest that isn't the Royal Woodlands, I do worry about my wood income a fair bit. Okay, we got the trapper's camp up. Please start collecting bugs as fast as you can. Clear this area out so that the farm can like actually be used. That'd be cool. Usable farm. Yeah, we're gonna have to basically just put it here, which is fine. Don't mind that at all. Still this, but again, I don't really have to worry about it. It can go off and I will not experience any detriment whatsoever. Just gonna wait for the blight post to get built eventually. Brickyard I would also like to be built relatively soon, because I would love to start making bricks at 3-star instead of 0 stars. Plus, we've got that nice stone delivery line, which is already paying out pretty darn well, to the point where I'm okay paving some roads here. This will make this will increase people's efficiency from getting from the hearth and back to their workplaces, etc. And we'll have plenty of stone to go around. Yeah, just basically waiting on our production buildings to be built. I may as well fast forward a touch then. Harpy Resolve is dropping a tad because we're now out of coats. It's nice that they basically take care of their own resolve for the first year, but, you know, after that, sadly, they stop. Alright, we can make coats. No, we can make fabric now, pardon me. Lizards are a lot more efficient in here, so I kind of want them to be there, but I also have no food. So it might be smart to just go through our stockpile of cloth before unassigning our only source of food gathering. Mayhap that would be wise. And I should do the wise thing. Clearance, which means new trade routes I should check out. Free stone trade route, huh? Yep. Doing that for sure. This is an okay price for dew. Could do the dew. I mean, this is why I brought early packs of provisions, to find good trade routes and do them early, to get some early money, to buy some early perks, to get some early advantages, and get the colony going faster. We're basically fine here. Yeah, I think I can just fast forward again. What are we bottlenecked by? Mostly just planks. Builder has a lot of roads to do, so I'm fine with leaving somebody just full-time plank building right now. Wouldn't be crazy to cut one of the Harpy woodcutters and help build more infrastructure, but I don't feel the need right now. Just not feeling it. That's basically it. You are still stymied on planks as well. So are you. So are you. You need cloth, but we have plenty. It's just our poor overworked builder not being able to get around to everything yet. Which, highly fair. I have absolutely overworked our single builder. So it's to be expected. New trade routes available. Probably don't want to sell our extremely limited food right now. This is a very poor price for dew, but like it might actually be worth doing anyway, just because I do need to work on the contract. Efficiency or no. You're just still bottlenecked by planks. Ah, the clothier's done. Wonderful. We'll get a Harpy in there to start making coats. We can... Well, I mean, we're absolutely going to have to cut our woodcutters this storm for sure. But that will free up a few people. We'll get this young Harpy on the brickyard. He'll put you in the leather worker to make fabric, and hopefully we'll get the small farm done sometime during the storm. Lizards will not stick around through the storm this year. I am going to have to put one of them on the hearth, unfortunately. Which makes everything slightly less efficient, because now people have to take more trips to and from the warehouse. If there wasn't so much building to be done, I'd put one of my builders on the warehouse. But there's a lot of building that needs done. Uh, I'm also basically capped on hostility right now, so bringing these guys in would be possibly a poor idea. Even though I could definitely use the extra manpower right now. Maybe that's worth cutting a woodcutter, honestly. How many are we down to? 3? Yeah, that's not ideal, for sure. But, we do need the help. So let's get some more harpies in here. We'll set one to the warehouse. Definitely want a lizard in the ranch, because that will make them quite efficient. We can turn all of our grain into meat. And everybody can just be utter cannibals. In fact, I don't think there's any reason to cap it right now, given that I have no way of making flour and nobody eats grain-based products raw here, like porridge. So, seems fine. Yeah, have 4 builders going. That'll do nicely. In fact, I should put an extra person in the workstation to get those lovely planks built. I do need to remind myself that I need more beavers at some point, but it'll happen when it happens. It's basically how I feel about that right now. Blight post is nearly complete. That will be helpful. Let's cap it at 10 right now, actually. We only need 6 for this. I would love some fuel in the tank, even though, I'm not on Prestige 3. Also, I should turn on the Twitch integration so we can play the minigame. I forgot to do that again. Because I'm forgetful. So yeah, you can help me or hurt me, depending on what you find more fun. Or, how merciful you're feeling today. By typing !join space forest or town to join the forest to hurt me or join the town to help me. We have another stone trade route, which seems fine. It's very pricey, and it's also a very bad price, but I'm kind of in the point where I just want to spend as much as I can right now. Efficiency be darned. Alright, the farm is done. I would much rather beavers be on the farm because they take less frequent breaks. But it's probably fine to put the harpies on there. Again, find myself in great need of more people. Alright, year 3. We're not on a bad pace right now. Wouldn't mind the rich in fiber perk, honestly. I also wouldn't mind the clay pit, honestly. Having clay and reeds on offer is pretty good, but I don't have a clearance geyser, so there's no way of getting the clearance water I need without a rain catcher, which I hate building. More plant fiber means more fabric, which could be very helpful. Farmers carrying more items also can be helpful. None of these scream essential to me, but at this level perks are cheap, so I might as well pick up something. Woodcutters going faster is always smart. They have the longest to travel of any profession in general. What's my cornerstone? These are not great. Prosperous archaeology can be good, but I don't have any way of making tools right now. And that's kind of the only way to make that cornerstone any good. Obsidian Runestone is good if you're doing anything with Rainpunk or anything above Prestige level 3. It's almost essential on 10. Sharp Sickles, I don't think anything drops herbs natively around. I don't know, there are native herbs, but do I care? Herbs are basically just a component of pies and biscuits and nothing else right now. You can make tea out of them too, but we're a long ways off from tea, and I don't feel the need to get a ton of herbs. So maybe not. Maybe this is a reroll. Zorg's secret ingredient is certainly interesting. So is export specialization. If I plan to ship out just an absolute metric F-ton of goods, export specialization will help a great deal with that. And I do need to send off a large amount of goods. Granted, I'm already like basically halfway there. Maybe I don't have to like go super hard into selling stuff if I keep up this pace. Maybe Zorg's secret ingredient is better. Granted, I mean, I do have the leather worker, so pickled goods is pretty easy to make at this point. Basically just make a ton of meat, turn that into turn that into water skins, shove any other food into the packs. This is probably best. Getting a ton of free skewers certainly helps. Basically just doubles your food production when you make pickled goods, which is fair, because pickled goods are very hard to make. Looks fine. Let's check our orders for this year. Cold fever. This looks impossible. I'm relatively sure this is legit impossible. I would need to get a mine and get 100 coal out of the mine, which is really hard, because mining anything takes a very long time, and unless you have a +1 to that thing's production, this is just not happening. It's a pity, because it does make the mine way more efficient, but this is something I wish I had clicked on when I was already making mines, so I'm just going to go agriculture, it's fine. I might sit on this order for a bit just in case it's something that I will regret having opened up early, because maybe it's another mine thing, and maybe I'd be like, oh great, I have all this coal around here that I wanted to mine out anyway, and would love to. I'd love to have efficient mines. Maybe it'll work. Which means I'm also on the lookout for +1 coal production perks. Yeah, I'm fine with clicking on this. More cloth, more good. It's more cloth, more gooder. That's how that phrase goes. Also, I should have put people on the woodcutters camp an age ago. Okay, you're not actually making bricks right now, so I think I can put you back on the hearth, get a lizard to be building stuff. And I'm going to have to do this relatively soon, and I think the harpy that's been making the blight post stuff will be the person I assign to that. Once we get a ton of grain and get somebody in the ranch, we'll be good and set, I would suggest. We definitely want to make it so we only use grain, because the plant fiber I want to turn into fabric, because we need a lot of that. Again, I'm feeling very short-handed right now, which is not great. What is nice is that this is a pretty good location for a new hearth. I definitely want my woodcutters to focus on clearing out towards this dangerous glade, which will pop relatively soon. Well, relatively is doing a lot of work there, but, you know, I'll get to it. I think I'm good to just keep going. Yeah. I think I'll fast forward here. I should check trade routes, actually. Again, basically have no food, so I'm not super comfortable trading away our food. Copper bars are rather precious right now because we can't make them. Maybe touch some plant fiber? Or a ton of fabric. We are making fabric very well, and we have a ton of plant fiber. Or at least enough to make more of it. Yeah, why not? It's 8 amber, why not? Make some good progress. I like good progress. I'd love this section to be cut out relatively soon, so I can get some lizard housing in that area. Even just the one would be great. Perfect. In many ways. Perfect. And we'll get you up here. Chop this area out. New year, check trade routes. Can we sell more dew, I guess? I guess. 1-to-1 is not amazing, but it's good enough. Would love to start pack productions at some point. Would also love to upgrade the hearth, but we don't have enough people for it, so maybe I don't need to. Maybe I'm just a fat liar. Big fat liar. How are we doing on purging fire? We're done. Excellent. You can get to cleansing this. Take your time. There's no rush on it. Harvest is going on here. I would love if this road was done, but alas, it is not. Yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of inefficiency here with them not harvesting the actual fields and instead dragging all of the massive amount of grain they produced back to the warehouse. Newcomers. I think we can afford to bring them in. Don't see a problem with that. They're really not offering me many beavers here, unfortunately, but we'll take what we can get. Get somebody on the ranch to start making infinity meat out of our wheat. Wouldn't be crazy to start making leatherworking goods either, but doesn't seem necessary right now. Let's get someone on the warehouse, and we're back to one lone builder again. Because, of course we are. I always overload my builder, every time. Yeah, we're gonna lose quite a few of these to the storm, unfortunately. Yeah, but we did, however, get enough. Probably going to be forced to cut woodcutters because of the lizards being quite distraught. But that is what it is, basically. If I got one on the hearth, that would reduce the burden a bit. I can also drag this guy from the trapper camp into the blight post or something. They are happy in the blight post, and given that we only have 3 lizards, that makes an entire third of our population much, much happier. Like, I could just send all these dudes straight to the blight post, and they'd probably take care of the unhappiness problem if I had to venture a guess. I'm gonna wait for this guy to finish his production cycle before I do that, though. It sure does feel like I might need a field kitchen soon. I want to get complex food going relatively soon. Couldn't do it. Oh, it's just shy. Lame. Although when this house builds, we will no longer be just shy. In fact, we probably will be well over the needs of the lizards. So that'll be cool. Also, I should check trade routes again. It's like an okay price for fabric. This is a good price for crystallized too. I think I'm fine setting the maximum amount out there. And this is also fine to send out. Why not? House is nearly done. That should solve the lizard problem. In fact, I might pull one of them off the blight post. Nope, cannot. Alright. I'll need both lizard houses to pull them off the blight post, sadly. Oh well. Life is not perfect. We now have 14 people, so I can upgrade the hearth. So we should focus on mayhap doing that. Put some flowers down, then a park somewhere. Here's fine. I do prefer like making a very pretty park in the middle of all this, so I'm gonna wait for this production cycle to end, and then we'll move this workstation out of the way for prettiness. It's a terrible plan because it's way more efficient for construction buildings to be in front of the warehouse. But you know, it is also cool having a big, pretty town square in front of the hearth that people can be like, oh, that's pretty, I like that. That's how I feel on it. Could sell bricks, but it's not a price I'm gonna get out of bed for. We're surprisingly saturated on coats. Well, I guess that's the power of the clothier for you. Oops! We completed the glade event and went up to level 3. Which means I owe God some oil. Which is bad, because I don't have any. Or any way to get it. So I'm gonna need to pop this dangerous glade to hopefully find a ruin, get a new blueprint, and then get a way to make oil. That'd be nice. Not a fan of any of these. Queen's Gift is quite interesting. They made it a lot better. Makes it way more viable to keep woodcutters on during the storm, but also, you know, you tend to cut woodcutters during the storm for hostility purposes anyway, so whatever. Trade Hub, reputation point every time you sell amber. That's exactly what we're doing. Granted, dual carriage system would be really nice. Having 2 automatic haulers at the warehouse will make things fantastically more efficient. But Trade Hub is a victory condition in itself. It makes reputation from resolve terrible, but you can just sell a bunch of stuff and win that way, which is pretty good. Ooh, longer clearance. Yes, please. The tincture makes ale, which I don't care that much about, to be honest. Do you sell oil? You do not sell oil. You don't sell any building that makes oil either. That's not great. Is there an easy order I can complete? Definitely not. The trade routes would be probably pretty easy. I'm doing that anyway, so I may as well. Open a bunch of caches. I don't have anywhere close to enough tools to actually do that within the time limit. As nice as +2 to packs of goods is. I think I'll just do this one. It's fine. We'll deal. Let's get you over here. Help chop that down. Get another beaver wood cutting again. I guess that'll do. I will need need 10 packs of building materials at some point. Probably gonna shove cloth into packs and send that out as what I do to complete that. Let's get these jokers out of the blight post and onto useful things. You can be our builder, congratulations. And you are just delivering money, so that's cool. Destroying 2 resource nodes is like not the worst thing, especially with all of the fertile ground I've got around here. It'll be slightly annoying if it blows up like the rock piles or whatever, because I can't grow rocks. But we'll just kind of have to deal with it, I guess. Alright, what did we find? A Totem of Denial. Ooh. Hey, Sother, do you have any luxury items? You do, quite a bit in fact. 29, 27, 20, 37. Looks like I'm gonna be using wine to consecrate this, because it's cheap. So let's buy ourselves 30 wine. And I'm willing to spend just straight up amber on that. That's fine. Now that that's all done in a hurry, I'm going to assign someone to it who's not doing anything important. Probably the person at the main warehouse. They're not doing something super important. But this will get us some global resolve, which will be very comfortable. Still really was hoping to find some ruins in here, though. Because we're not really close to getting anything else done, apart from the trade routes. I guess I can do the trade routes. Pottery's, like, I can sell it. Maybe I kind of have to then. Alright, that will complete the trade route quest, so that's good. Then, how long will that take? Yeah, I think we're just gonna have some resources blow up, unfortunately. I'm not sure I can prevent it. Maybe if I hadn't been fast forwarding during the storm, I could have avoided it by being like, oh, the Glade event completed. You do have like a 5-second grace period before the events actually activate. Sother is leaving. Do I want anything from him? Fungal Guide would be great if I had a greenhouse, but I don't, so goodbye. We're good. Certainly would love this stone to get collected soon as well. Finishing that road will also make it a lot more efficient to get to and from the farm, which is quite important. I'd also like this roaded up so that the farmers can go to the hearth very slightly faster and thus take shorter breaks. Yeah, profitable trade is about to complete. There we go. +1 to plank production will be absolutely excellent. And now we pray for oil. We got some oil. Jerky's really good. Skewers are not going to be useful at all if I make any pickle goods whatsoever. I would also love the greenhouse, but I don't have a drizzle geyser anywhere. Plus, well, no, that's just it. So, I'm gonna click on the butcher here. That does give us access to oil, which is fantastic. I will be more than happy to get that going. We can turn our meat into jerky. That will make the food last longer and make people a lot happier, so I'm very happy about that. But our highest priority is turning grain into oil, so let's do that. It is our highest priority building right now. What's it need? We don't have any bricks, unfortunately. You are not doing anything in the leatherworker right now, so go ahead and go to the brickyard. Might be some in storage, there's not. Well, nuts. Just deliver those bricks as soon as you complete them. basically how I feel on that. I believe the bad thing went off and we lost 2 resource nodes from somewhere that I can't see right now. So that's that. Now we'll have oil for the next time, which is good. More help has arrived. No beavers? Come on. You can't give me an order that says get 12 beavers and not offer me any beavers. It's rude. Alright. Need more housing now. We'll just drop those here. This is actually kind of pretty, and that's a good enough reason for me to do that. Alright, where do we put all these lizards now? Trapper's Camp is good, Leatherworker's also good. We'll want one for the newly made Butcher too. So we'll just keep him there for now. You are done with coats? We have 50 coats? We have 60 coats. That's how good on coats we are. That's shocking and cool. Yeah, make some leather. This is definitely the time I get the field kitchen down. I am delayed on making complex food for far too long already. So we'll keep a bunch of oil around. It's great for Glade events, and also I'll be very happy to have that going. Yeah. It's good enough for now. Have some extra harpies. Wouldn't be, like, crazy to put them somewhere else. Like someone in the warehouse, someone in the clothier, back down to a builder. As is my way. This is done. Excellent. +3 to global resolve, which is super duper great. Put that on the hearth. Still need a service building to fully upgrade it, but we'll get one at some point, I'm sure. In the meantime, let's plan on the hearth locale. Here's fine. We just need to get a bunch of these trees cleared out. In fact, we could just put it down right now, couldn't we? We could. Let's do that. That is the plan. This will be where we settle next, and it'll be lovely. You're all gonna love it. I guarantee it. This is not a sales pitch. I also wouldn't mind to get a coal mine over here. Beavers tend to be the best in the coal mines. Unfortunately, we don't have as many beavers as I would prefer. So, there's that little problem that I need to solve. I also need more space for the beaver house. Alright, field kitchen is done. We want to make pickled goods in here out of anything, basically. I should turn on veggies, if actually, now that I think on it. Yeah, definitely use water skins for that, because we have a ton of them. Veggies, we do get incidental roots from picking at the stones. I don't think we get mushrooms from trees, but I'm gonna double check. Yeah, no, we get meat from trees. You know, that very normal thing that happens when you chop down trees is meat falling out. Maybe we can just get our veggies from there, and that'll be fine. Just need somebody on the harvesting camp. It's not a bad plan. We've got some people who are not doing anything anyway, like you. Didn't actually turn on water skin production. That's my bad. You're busy with oil, which is exactly what I want you to be busy with. Storms here. Let's make sure we don't go over 3 again. Because I'm not working on any Glade events, we shouldn't. But I'm gonna take it slow regardless. Okay, we have some slightly unhappy lizards. I will need to solve that. By probably just putting a lizard on the hearth, as you do. There we go. Everyone's good. I think it's safe to fast forward now. Hearth is done. Excellent. I might be able to get away with putting a lizard on this hearth and solving the problem. Yeah, good, good, good. Can keep people having a +5 to carrying capacity for now. I need all 20 people here to make sure the hearth is fully upgraded. But I can start adding decor, which I will do. Put some plants down, that should be enough there. We'll fence off the dreaded skull totem. That will be 8 more comfort, which will be enough. And the totem itself is harmony, so that should take care of everything. You're capped on planks, which is a surprise. We don't have anything we can pickle quite yet. Back to coat production, I guess, before we run out. Yeah, wouldn't mind more people on the butcher. But we can't. Not right now. Oh, our hostility dropped like a stone because we put down a hearth, and you get a hostility reduction for hearths, which is lovely. You guys should go over here where there's actual wood. Trapper's camp is done. That's good. Let's get these bugs over here. That'll do. Ah, the Forager's camp is done. Let's get some harpies doing that. Probably am going to cut one of these stone cutters sooner rather than later as well. Just to make room for another beaver house once we get some newcomers in. Still hoping to find some ruins in the glades. Might want to just pop open one of the dangerous glades just for that. I also definitely need a second farm. So at some point, I want to clear all this out. Still haven't gotten enough incense, although we are making oil now, so like, pretty okay just making an offering here. Not with a beaver though. Definitely would rather someone who's not going to be on my critical wood cutting list. Alright, final orders here. Maybe it'll be a good one. Install 8 rain engines. That's a lot. And the rewards are just okay. Fulfill clothing needs and deliver 30 oil is just eminently doable. And +3 to co-production is delicious. So I think we could just do that then. Sounds good to me. Yeah, we could get somebody in the field kitchen now, but we really don't have the spare manpower for it right now. Alright, year 5. Still need to do more trading, but not that much more. We're in a good spot. Sahilda's cookbook. I might just take that as a matter of course, because lizards and harpies both love pie, and getting automatic jerky from pie is pretty great if you can get pie. No guarantee I'll get pie, but if I get pie, I'll be very happy for it. The smelter. That's a choice. Do I want this? Maybe. I mean, 2-star pipes are fine. I don't have any copper ore, and I'm probably never going to get copper ore unless I open up that rain punk drill and specifically mine for it. So, like, the smelter is not exciting, but I also have plenty of money, and it's a blueprint that will be taken out of the pool, so I'm kind of feeling like that's fine. Steel pickaxes too, more rocks, more better. I'm just gonna basically pave everything in stone. Not feeling the need for Smokehouse or the Druid's Hut. I guess this is just going to be one of our service buildings then. Guild House is pretty good. If we keep trading, we'll get a lot of global resolve out of this. Explorer's Lodge will do nothing for us right now, so feels like the Guild Hall is the play. So we'll get that down, clear out a space near the beavers to put the thematically appropriate Guild Hall down next to them. Call it good? I guess. Doesn't feel good, but we're going to call it good. This can go here, I guess. Little Uggo over here with this long space I'm not making any use of, but the layout didn't provide for long space usage. That's pretty. So what can you do? What am I supposed to do? What am I even supposed to do, huh? Nothing. I can do nothing about it. Anyway, I need to get the beavers back on woodcutting right now. Let's cut a stone cutter for someone working in the field kitchen. Get those pickled goods running. This, you're still making oil, which is fine. It's kind of just what you have to do right now. So we have none oil. I would like some. And none is less than some. That hearth doesn't need clearing out right now. This space needs clearing out though, so there's nothing wrong with putting them over there. Also, still need to get this this done down here. Ooh, that was just enough to drop us a hostility level. That's pretty frickin' sweet. That'll make people even happier. Is anybody on the brickyard? No. It's probably why we have a very odd number of bricks. That's fine. I don't particularly feel like chucking those right now. As necessary as it may be. New people! We just want as many beavers as we can manage, so I guess this group seems fine. Do I? I could just use the extra labor power, but nah, it's fine. Get you there, we'll get you on the butcher. Someone else in the field kitchen, we'll get a beaver working on wood cutting, and then I'm out of manpower yet again. Isn't that funny how fast it goes? Doesn't even matter how hard you try. Have some spare veggies, but I want to basically turn all of that into pickled goods at all times forever. Now that we're making bricks, I'm much happier clicking on this button. In fact, I should probably raise the brick limit I've got right now, because it's unnecessarily low. Why not have a surplus I can trade away to work on the victory condition? Okay, still need to find more fertile ground. Hey, rainproof coats is done. Lovely. This brings in 5 people, which is a lot, but I think we can very easily absorb this amount of people without any real worries. Woodcutters are fully stocked, which is lovely. Have some spare beavers, so like this coal mine is looking more and more enticing. Maybe we go make that. And also have to think about how we're gonna proceed. I do need building materials made too. 10 of these. It's probably, I mean, it doesn't really matter what I put in the boxes, honestly. Capped provisions at 10 for sure. Haven't been using any for trade routes lately, but I will eventually, so making some is not a bad plan. You're capped on fabric. We are out of coats, so I'm very happy to have you working on that then. New trade route is trading in copper bars. It's a pretty good price, honestly. And I am still short of the goal. Maybe this is fine. I do have the ability to make crystallized dew if I really, really need it. I'm going to move this over for aesthetic's sake. And you can't stop me. Beautiful. Okay, need another beaver house. And a lizard house. And some harpy houses. 2 of them, in fact. You are going to chop that down immediately, so I guess I'll let you chop it down and then move you out of the way. Excellent. We'll get a bunch of harpy houses over here. That'll be lovely. I can move you a little bit out of the way. Get this one over here. Get our last lizard house right here. That seems okay. Gonna need some decoration over here soon too, so a park will make them happy. So we'll do the thing that makes them happy. We don't need dew right now, or tea, or wine really. The wine could be eventually helpful, but it's not helpful at this moment, so I don't feel like I want to dedicate a lot to finishing it. You're still in the main warehouse. I saw you delivering wheat, which is nice to see. I think you might just be taking that to the ranch, though. Yeah, you are. But hey, we got a new blueprint. We found pie and good biscuits. But we can't make either of it without flour. So, kind of feels like the rain mill is the yeah, no, duh choice here. As much as I would love the pie. No, this is unfortunately rain mill times. So we put the rain mill down. Maybe get a beaver in there because they enjoy working in it. This will also make our packs of building materials over here for sure, because it's very efficient. That is just what we will do. Let's take the building materials out of here, because now you're just working on provision packs. None of which I super need right now. I have enough coats that selling them isn't insanity. Got really just fantastic coat production. And I would love to sell a bunch of stuff and get a bunch of reputation so I can win. That sounds good, the winning thing. Yeah, I don't mind selling that. Don't mind that. Alright. Good enough. Alright. Almost everyone's happily housed. I am going to need more planks, though. Stonecutter's camp has run out of deposits. What great news. Happy to hear it. Where's my other woodcutter? You're over here clearing out the space I need for the guild hall. Well, you know what? That's very valid. Alright. We're here And we have no way of getting below hostility 3 without sacrificing stuff. Granted, we do have enough to sacrifice, most certainly. Maybe it's okay? Maybe. We'll see how sustainable it is. Do like how our resolve looks, that's for sure. You go in there, you go in here, make a bunch of planks for me. Sure do wish I had 4 more beavers. But life is not perfect. It's not even close to perfect. I'm eating my words a little about not needing herbs, because I don't have a lot I can turn into biscuits right now. But I do have some herb patches over here, which I can very easily put harpies on. So I'll probably just do that, and we'll plan on using herbs and berries for biscuits soonish. Yeah, we're just turning our grain into flour and meat. Pity I don't have meat specialization. That would be pretty nice right now. But, oh well. How are you guys doing? You've got plenty of oil, making jerky to make the lizards and harpies happy, which is excellent. Wouldn't be crazy to geyser something up and get into Rainpunk now. It's year 5. I just need to do one more trade route. No, I don't need to do any trade routes, actually. And I will have completed the Amber task, which means I just need to focus on winning, which is nice. I like being able to focus on winning, but funnily enough, the best way to win kind of feels like going hard into packs. Because that is the most profitable way, and I have Trade Hub, which means I get reputation for selling an absolute truckload of stuff. So I probably want to do that. Where are we here? Do we have any other packs recipes that I forget about? No. Just crops and building goods. Not ideal. Gosh, I may want to just pop into a dangerous glade, or even this. Whew, that's dangerous. That's real dangerous. No, it's probably best to just go up here. This is a very natural expansion spot, I think. I'm perfectly fine popping into that glade. I'm not gonna say there's plenty of room over here for all the houses I need to put on the hearth, but there's room that exists. So let's get you guys both working on punching into here. Still need this area cleared out too. Starting to worry about our wood also. Can't help but notice how low we are. Scary. Not a lot I can do about it either. If I cut all the woodcutters, oh, I could get away with one less stack, couldn't I? I guess I'll get some impatience ticking up at some point. How long is this? 36 wood per minute. It's gonna be a little tight. And by a little I mean, oh god. Woo! Alright, cool. Calculated. Let's get you out of the crude workstation and back on wood cutting. Grab the newcomers in. I am going to have to just suck it up and accept that I'm going to have to donate oil every storm from now on. Unfortunate, but oh well. Ooh, unless I get Safe Haven. Ooh, I also really want Master Blueprint. I have a lot of 2-star nodes I can't get. And by a lot, I mean this single patch of meat. Ooh, and this single patch of vegetables. Ooh, and these bugs. Okay. It got more worthwhile. Ah, hostility reduction is also really good. Oh, I want both of these real bad. We'll do the blueprint. We will just get people harvesting as hard as humanly possible, and it'll be good. I can put you in the brickyard, get you in the harvesting camp. I definitely want to max out the harvesting camps now, as much as it's feasible. Yeah, looks like I did that, so I guess that's good. Plenty of coats still, which is lovely. Still want to sell stuff, but not so much that I want to get rid of the packs of building materials that I need for the quest. Let's get this mine built now, because we need coal for one of our quests. Still need to find beavers and some fertile ground, and a way to open up caches. I mean, I could just break them open with rocks. Nothing is actually stopping me from that. Apart from losing out on very easy reputation gains. Ziadani, hello. You're offering me the lumber mill, which I will get naturally if I get enough beavers, so I'm not that interested. I am, however, swimming in amber, so like I'm kind of willing to buy a truckload of tools from you. And something to round it out? 1 plank? Sure. I'll take those. Hey, that counted for Trade Hub. I forgot. I should just sell as much as I can, actually, to her. Because we met the trade route requirement, so why not just sell, 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 sell. Why not, indeed? We have an absolutely absurd amount of rocks. Let's sell, like, a bunch of them. We'll sell enough and try to even it out a bit. That's good. It's very good. Quite a bit of meat, too. And still, we have way too much stone. Like, honestly, maybe I should just buy out all of her amber with my stone. Don't want to get rid of all of it, granted, but I would get rid of an appreciable amount. Still need the packs of building materials for now. Can definitely sell some excess grain. I don't think we have any way of like milling or using it fast enough. And we'll be getting a big harvest this year anyway, so why not sell some grain? Get another reputation point. I really don't want to trade amber for amber because it's so dumb. It's so dumb. But I'm going to. Hi, Infinidave. Here to ruin my life, I see. That's fine, as long as it's fun and entertaining. Happy to have you here. I can definitely sell some bricks here. Quite happy to, in fact. More stuff I sell, the better. Faster I get. Wait, are you telling? I get 13 for 3? Are you kidding me? What the what? That's crazy good. Sell those immediately. Alright, let's see what we got. We found a tool shop and the bakery is back. That is rough. I want the tool shop real bad, but I also want the bakery real bad. Because that will send our complex food production into the stratosphere and fulfill basically all of our food needs. Yes, all of our food needs will be fulfilled if we have the bakery. That's enough of a reason to get it. So we'll get that built. Tout sweet. Dun, 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 dun. Gonna pop in here. I would love it if we could get into this glade before Ziadani leaves, so that I can make some emergency purchases. Just in case I cannot handle what the glade throws at me. So that's very possible. Need more lizard houses. I can open this cache, so I'm definitely going to, well, not open it, I'm going to send that to the Citadel for points, because I need points. I want to win this game as swiftly as I can. As Ziadani's leaving. That's a shame. I'm never going to make grill skewers because I just make them making pickled goods. Lumber mill, I'm still just kind of hoping I get 3 more beavers and get the lumber mill for free, so I guess she can just leave. I guess that's just fine. How are we doing everywhere else? Good enough? Good enough. Alright, we have the Leaking Cauldron, the nastier brother of the Blighted Cauldron. But I think we've got plenty of stuff for it. Yeah, we could just use some of our copious amounts of oil and water skins and just fix it. There's something to be said about this perk, Haulers moving stuff faster, but I think I definitely want to just get that fixed up ASAP. So, who can I cut? Not a lot of people. I guess the hauler from the warehouse. Maybe I don't need this many people making jerky. I probably don't need this many people making jerky. In fact, I'm probably never going to make jerky here again once the bakery is complete. Ooh, I have no fabric. I don't have any fabric. Why don't I have any fabric? Make more fabric. That's a problem. We need that. We need that stuff. Oh no. Alright, we'll just set you to the Leaking Cauldron. Go fix it. Get us more fertile ground. We desperately need it to complete one of the quests. Then we need to start making packs of crops. Only 20 of those. We can just shove wheat into bags, because it's hard to eat anyway. Very much lacking manpower again, unfortunately. But it kinda is what it is, more or less. I probably can get away with having slightly fewer people on meat production. Get them back to building stuff. All that important nonsense. We do everything the furnace does elsewhere and better, so I'm pretty happy just tearing that down when I get a spare person. Which will be this guy, soonish. What is wrong? You have nothing to pickle whatsoever. I'm a little surprised given the foragers camp down here. No one's eating these raw, I hope. You're not allowed to eat vegetables raw. Surely no one will be eating those raw. Oh well. I mean, basically anything we want to turn into pickled goods. We just get too much benefit out of it to not do that. Speaking of getting a lot of benefit out of stuff, let's go ahead and start making a bunch of meat pie. Like, a really absurd amount of meat pie. Pottery's, like, fine, but we have no way of getting clay. without a clay pit right now. So it's not that exciting. Yeah, definitely make as much pie as you can, and if you happen to run out of pie, make biscuits. We won't use herbs for pie, we'll just use meat because we have an absolutely amazing amount of it. And yeah, pie first, then biscuits. And now we turn off jerky production here completely. And pull you out, because if you're just making oil here, I don't particularly care to make that hyper efficient. Good. Good, good. You're making cloth, which is very helpful. Glade event done. Wait, the glade event finished already? Oop. Did not mean to build the roads. Okay. This glade event is. Oh no, it was the giant cache. Yes, that makes sense. Explorer's Lodge? I still haven't found a single ruin in all of these glades. Wait, yes I did. I'm a liar. I'm lying to you. I'm lying brazenly to you, in fact. So that's good. I guess since you're not actually doing anything here, you can go do other stuff, like building. Do I get the press just for luxury good packs? That feels weird. Also, better oil. Basically, it makes the butcher absolutely worthless. I could spend some money on re-rolling it, though. It's not crazy. Tool shop's back. Making tools and opening the caches to get victory points seems real nice to me. I don't have like a temple order, do I? Nah, dog. We take the tool shop here for sure. We start making tools. Make all of the tools. Sure would love it if I could get somebody in this mine also. But we're in a bit of a pickle with manpower still. But we're just gonna have to deal with that. More reputation gained, lovely. Sell some leather? I mean, I have infinity leather. It's not crazy to sell some of that then. I have plenty of coats. Not crazy to sell that either. These are both a very good price for building material packs, so I'm okay selling that too. Just get some trade hub victory points. Sounds good to me. Now we can make tools out of all this crystallized dew we've been stockpiling, which is lovely. We have no wood. What happened to all of our wood? Gosh, maybe I need to get that coal mine running faster than I thought. Alternately, get them working on things that are... Get them chopping things slightly closer to the warehouse. I must be using a lot of, like, wood somewhere. This definitely feels like I'm using an alternate source of power. Also, we should turn on oil here. I think I'm perfectly fine burning oil when I have an infinite supply of it, as it turns out. Is anything good here? There's something to be said for the apothecary. Plague pit would keep me well stocked in wine and pottery. But do I care? Not really. I have other ways of getting wine and pottery. More or less. I'd rather re-roll this. That's a whiff. You dropped the clay pit. Sure you don't want the clay pit? Maybe I do. Alright, we'll take that. You are not even close to completing this quest, are you? Gosh, you need some help. I also need to cut all of this down pretty soon as well. Shouldn't be moving my woodcutters around quite so willy-nilly though. They do need a moment to get to where they're going and then complete it. Alright, a bunch of tools, another reputation point. Good. It's still a little scary where we are at right now. I mean, like, we're clearly on pace to winning, but I would rather it be a lot more comfortable. But I don't get what I want all the time. Clearance water lets me make a clay pit, which I'll make up here once this is done. And it should be very soon, now that we have hauled all the stuff we need over there. Still sitting at a single builder, which is normal for me. Gonna have to cut woodcutters. Depending on resolve, I might just leave a bunch of woodcutters like on task during the storm, because I really am low on fuel. But we'll see. Yeah, that's looking an awful lot like I can't do that. Is that all I have? No, I've got 4 already, yeah. Alright, that's much more manageable. We'll get these beavers off to the mines. To the mines with you. You're small, unfortunate urchins. You love the mines, I'm sure. I'm gonna have to favor the harpies to get through this, but that's fine. Don't mind that at all. Get some more people on the bakery. I believe I found a drizzle geyser somewhere. Yeah, right here. So, certainly wouldn't be crazy if I piped up the bakery to make pie a lot faster. You guys, I'm not gonna say you have plenty of raw materials for pickled goods, but you have enough. Newcomers have arrived as well. I still need 3 more beavers, and I'm still not being offered any of them. How about this encampment? I have 2 beavers here. God, I hate that. Tool shop. Yeah, I should definitely get somebody in the tool shop. Finally make use of all this stuff. I also need somebody in the makeshift post for crop packs, because that's important. This is going to be very, very difficult for me to win just by trading stuff away. Although, it's not going to stop me from trying. That's a really good deal. This is also a very good deal. Alright. Let's just do that. It's almost done. I would love that cornerstone where you get hostility reduction from empathy events right now. Love that a whole lot. Are workers still overwhelmed? They are. That sucks. Sucks, and I can't do anything about it. Just pay for the forest mystery right now. Before I forget about it. Pipe that up. Now do we have the pipes to make that? Yet. No, we don't. Alright, we will tell this lovely fellow to make some pipes as well as tools. That'll be good and dandy. What do we get? What's this? Travel rations. No need to return to the hearth when you have provisions with you. Increases the time between breaks for haulers by 50%. Just for haulers? Not exciting enough for me. I'll take the guild catalog. And now I will get the beavers back to work on woodcutting. Instead of the mine, I'm disallowing coal to be burnt so that we can finish important delivery at some point in the future. Hostility reduction is a yes, so is cheaper stuff. Storm shield? Nah. Having a longer storm is honestly beneficial for me in many ways. That's all fine. Yeah. Is there anything I want to sell to him? Not really. I guess we're good. Alright, we'll get our lone beaver. Our singular beaver. We'll go directly to the mine. Do not pass go. I'm not even going to finish the joke. Barely qualifies as a joke. Everyone else... Hauling? Hauling, I guess. Yeah, certainly good. Smelter's entirely useless now. That's a shame. We do have enough tools to send off a small cache. Do we have any around? This looks like a no. I think it's just the 2 medium caches, which we will wish to send off soon-ish. That'd be lovely if I could do that. I'd also love these beavers to join the settlement, but it's very difficult. It's very difficult and frustrating. But that will also complete the beaver quest, so maybe we have to do that, as much as I'm not a fan. Alright, we'll do it. And with that consideration, do we have a bunch of food that I can buy from you? So I don't have to turn my veggies into pickled goods. Not really. Alright. We suddenly have need of vegetables enough that I'm willing to swap that around. The farm field is done here. Excellent. We can just make a farm immediately. More importantly, we make the farm fields, and if we can make the packs of crops good enough, we can get that quest done. And basically, I just want to get as many quests done as humanly possible. Which means I want to abuse Trade Hub as hard as I possibly can, which means I want to do that. I don't mind buying a bunch of this, but I think Trade Hub is selling stuff, right? Yeah, I have to sell goods. I cannot buy goods. Well, it sort of counts because I'm selling amber in a roundabout way. We will just take all of this because I have an absurd amount of money, and just get to Trade Hub reputation points immediately. That seems nice. How much is this worth? 15? It's not a lot. I think I'll wait for one of my trade routes to complete. Ooh, greenhouse is awful tempting. Greenhouse is tempting enough to get. Yes, yes please. Can't break the farm field yet, unfortunately. Just need those packs of crops made, mostly. More or less. Let's get more people on that. That'll do. Tools are being made. I need to win this year. But it is the start of Drizzle, so odds are pretty good. that I just win. Sell a bunch of herbs I just bought? That seems dumb. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. He's fine. How's our pie production? Slow is how it is. Let's turn on the juice. Because we have a drizzle geyser and we're not making any real use of it. Let's just juice our pies or something. That should get us plenty of jerky, which should get us plenty of resolve, which should get me plenty of winning, which is lovely. How's the building material packs coming? Slowly, you say. You're too busy making flour, you say. Fair. I did tell you to do that, and it is very important. Sother's about to leave. I think we're mostly done with him. You could just buy everything he has, granted. That might just win me out the game outright. So maybe I just try to win the game outright. Yeah, that seems like a good plan. Prestige 2 is actually just too easy, but I was worried I wouldn't get it done before year 8 and I would fail the quest, but I did it. Got it done real quick, actually. This is a very short game. At least for how I usually do it. And yes, all my caravans now start with 10 amber and 3 parts, which is absolutely fantastic. What's this? Pay 20 coal, gain 2 villagers. Pay food supplies, gain grain and provision packs. I've got tons of food stockpiles. I'm happy to make that trade every day of the week. Yes, that is some good starting stuff right there. And that sucks. Ancient Battleground sucks. I hate it. I hate it a lot. Starting with 150 hostility is very, very rough. It might be doable. I'll probably do this next time. But that is a next time thing. So, yeah. I'm going to end Against the Storm for today. Depending on what's happening later on, I might be doing a bonus stream afterwards. Depends on, depends on if Tahoe wakes up and we can play Baldur's Gate, or when about that happens. I also need to, like, eat, at some point. So that'd be smart, probably. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and maybe I'll be back tonight. I don't know. We'll see. But either way, I appreciate you watching. Appreciate you being here. Hope you had fun. I had fun. I'm gonna assume the stinky glitch emote is having fun. So I'll take it where I can get it. Zypher's streaming, so I'm just gonna send you off to her because she's fun and cool. And yeah, I'll call it a stream for now. So yeah, thanks again, and I will hopefully see you again. Take care. Peace.